Welcome, guys, to Driftwood and Shine. I'm Debbie, and tonight we are taking some shims I bought from Hobby Lobby, Home Depot. It's that little girl with the whipping stick says. I love that. Okay, we're gonna unwrap them. And I've got my Gorilla Glue, and I've got spiced carrot, and we'll also be using a little bit of white. Okay, now this is what we're gonna do. I'm separating them out into two halfway equal bundles. Don't even have to use them all, but I think I'm gonna use them all. Okay, now, what we're going to do, I've got 6, so we're going to take the middle 3, your middle. Count however many you wind up with and go to your middle. And I've got about an 18-inch piece of jute cut. Okay, we're going to hot glue our 18-inch piece of jute in here. Well, now my glue gun's on. It ain't, I don't know, not quite ready, I guess, but we're going to use it anyway. We're just going to hot glue that in there, and we're going to use some Gorilla Glue. Well, everything's not working tonight. How about that? Y'all sprinkle this out so we can get more people watching. I don't know why my Gorilla Glue won't come out. Well, I can see it in there. And it's liquidy. I'm not sure why it's not coming out. Oh well. We're just going to sprinkle it on this way then. That'll work. Make sure you get some up at the top. That's going to hold our wood together. And make sure you get it all the way to the end, guys. We want it top and bottom. Then take your middle piece and squeeze it in there. I know we let our hot glue sit a little while. It kind of got dry. But that won't hurt that much. It's a little bit of crack. Won't hurt that much. I'm going to stick a little bit of hot glue, even though it's right there on the real glue too. It may not stick, but we're just going to try it. Just to hold it. I should have put a little bit of hot glue to hold it. Let's start over, guys. Let's just start over. Y'all know I'll start over in a heartbeat. Guys, start over. Don't ever get so thinking that your craft can't start over. It can start over. Now we'll put our hot glue down first. I'll go ahead and put a little bit down here and hopefully it'll stick. But we're going to put our wood right there in it. Whoops, now I'm putting the wrong side down. Maybe it's time we can get that hot glue stuck up there. And I think that'll pretty much hold it. After we get it put all together, I can put me a piece there to hold it. It won't be that big a deal. We will go ahead, though, this time and put some hot glue. And I shouldn't have put the hot glue first. Man, I'm doing everything backwards. Don't put your hot glue first. Get our Gorilla Glue in there. Just don't put your hot glue first. And you notice I didn't tell y'all that. We're putting the thick end up. Thick end up, little end down. Now that one stuck a lot better. But once we get them made, guys, then we can actually put them together and use some clips. But you notice how I turned that over now, so I'm working on the back side. Do our Gorilla Glue first. And kind of just do it like this, I guess. Don't put it, I wish my thing was working, but don't put it all the way. Leave spots that you can put some hot glue, okay? Then we'll put our hot glue in different spots. And it's okay, guys. I know some shims are not all created equal. I don't know if y'all have ever used the shims before, but they're a little not equal. Some may be thicker than others. Some may be wider than others. I mean, they're just kind of put together because they're just using scraps when they put them things together. So they're just not equal, okay? We're just going to put our hot glue where we don't have the other glue at. Then we're going to turn it over. And we are going to have to, when this is done, we are going to have to put some holders because this glue does not hold real quick. And the hot glue apparently is, with it being wood, maybe acting strange. I don't know. But we're just going to put us some of that glue. Put us some hot glue everywhere you don't have glue. Now we've got one made. And now you'll be able to see what it is. What do y'all think? A carrot. A shim carrot. Isn't that cute? Now let's get some. Have some clips right here. Hopefully they'll be wide enough. Hold it together while at least the other one, we're working on the other one. We'll just let it kind of hold them together, okay? Maybe by then it'll be stuck good enough. Okay, now let's do the same thing here. Yep, we got 6, so we'll split them right in half. This time we won't put our hot glue down first. We're learning, right? Learn as you go. I'm wondering now if I got this mixed up good, if it might come out. I don't know why it wasn't coming out, but I'm going to try it because this is not fun. Not fun. Let's see if we can get it to come out now. Yeah. I don't know why it wasn't coming out. Okay. Now our hot glue. And we may use these for something else. I don't know yet. But we're just making them tonight. Okay. Now, I don't think I got quite enough hot glue. Let me put a little bit more right there. We just want to make sure that your string is stuck in there with that hot glue. Y'all at church tonight? The reason we were a little late, and I'm a little late coming on, when we first got to church, one of our members was having a little problem. Like his heart was feeling funny and whatever, so he was coming out the door just as I was getting there, so I stayed out there, and we had a prayer circle around him. And then we have 2 nurses, Sonny and the girl that plays our piano is a nurse. And then just so had it that one of our other members' grandsons was there tonight, and he's a nurse. So they all went out there and was, taking heart rates and keep asking him questions and that kind of thing. And then, well, he was out there the whole time. When they dismissed church, he was still out there. They were trying to help him get in his vehicle, and they got him in his vehicle, and we were all fixing to leave, and one of our other members fell, guys, and hit his head when he was getting in his car. So Sonny was the only one left then, nurse-wise, and so she, you know, tried to make sure he got it cleaned up and seen if maybe he needed stitches, which he didn't. Thank goodness he didn't need stitches. So that's why we were a little late coming home, and we stopped and got us a little bite to eat. Because, you know, we were up there working at the office till late. We just had time to get home and get ready for church. We didn't have time to get home and try to eat anything before we went to church. So it was an eventful church night tonight. But thank goodness, well, we don't know about the first one. He went on home. He wanted to go home, he said. So he went on home. So hopefully he's going to be okay. Said he got to feeling a little stronger, and so he went on home. But, so we's late. I'm so sorry. I hate coming on this late, because I know I have some that go to bed early. Okay, guys. This is definitely the key to putting the glue on first, then the not the glue, not the hot glue. Put your glue on first, then your hot glue in places that the glue's not at, because see, this one's sticking together like it's supposed to. That other one we're having to hold together, but that's okay. Okay, now we've got our carrot made. So now, and I have got not strings of hot glue, now I've got strings of Gorilla Glue. I guess maybe I left my Gorilla Glue top off or something. Let me get me a paintbrush, guys. I forgot to get a paintbrush for the orange. Let me get the paintbrush. And we're going to paint our carrots spiced carrot. Spiced carrot. Watch it not come out either. It seems like everything's not coming out tonight. Oh, it's coming out. Okay. I like this spiced carrot because it's not quite as bright. I mean, it's still brighter than what I like. I like real muted colors, but it's okay. But this is how we'll use it, is from this side. But I'm going to go ahead and paint all of it, you know, because the carrot is orange all the way around. And you don't have to put the rope in it. If you didn't put the rope in it, so you wouldn't have that opening that I have that opening for the rope, but I want the rope for a reason. So I put a rope in mine. But you don't have to put a rope if y'all decide to make y'all some shim carrots. And I got these shims back when they were 98 cents a pack. Now I do think they have gone up to like $1 and maybe 19 cents or something like that. They went up. I can't remember exactly how much, but still we got 2 carrots for right at $1. So you can't beat that deal. Can't beat that deal. And we hadn't cooked in a while, guys, but I'm getting back in that kitchen as soon as we can get through with that office enough that I can be home in time to cook, or come home at lunch even and cook. But we had this lady, one of y'all, emailed us, or text, I think, or message. I'm not sure. Sonny said message, I think. Anyhow, and kind of wants me to start doing some things that are, I don't know exactly how you say it, like meals that can go a long way that don't cost a whole lot. Because, you know, if tough times do come, I mean, you got to look ahead, right? So we're going to start doing some of that too. And I'm even going to take you shopping with me some, so I can show you the kind of things I buy. Because believe me, I try to buy very conservative meat, conservative priced. And like the other day, like I told you, I bought a roast instead of using, now here's our carrot. Isn't he the coolest carrot in the world? He's so cool. Okay, put him down there and let me get this one painted now, and then we can do the next step on him. But this spice carrot too, guys, I could have gotten my, like even the Antique Waverly wax. We could have used it and got just tiny bits and dry brushed it and then used a rag real quick and wiped over the dry brush to kind of make it have that, you know, carrots kind of have a, I don't want to call it a dirty look, but you know, they come straight out of the ground. I mean, literally, you pull them up out of the ground to eat them. So, to give it that dirt look, how about that? Instead of dirty look, we'll call it a dirt look. Oops. Getting him painted. Sorry, y'all. Seeing my wings flap. That's what my grandkids call them. It's my wings. I said, well, at least I'm still alive so you can see my wings. I'm painting top and bottom and everywhere, right? I hope y'all are enjoying watching us. I know today was a little bit crazy up there. I did not realize my grandkids didn't know how to paint any better than they did. Because I have shown them, but we got it painted. Mostly me and Dusty. Bo and Blue helped some, Bo especially. Blue Bud, he did his part. Blue is better at carpentry now. He does carpentry pretty good. He built his own little table when he was, like, I don't remember if he was 6 or 7. Okay, we've got our carrots painted. I forgot to paint the bottom of that one. Okay, now let's dry them real quick. Then we can move on to our next step. You can tell there was some gobs there. When you have gobs, guys, they don't paint as well. If I'm around paint, every part of me is going to show it. Got on Sonny's dress tonight. I hope you don't get it messed up. Didn't think about that. And me and painting. I was holding it pretty close. I was about to blister it, wasn't I? Oh, I did blister that, guys. I sure did. I'll show y'all. I just blistered that one so I can show you what it looks like when you blister it. I don't know if I blistered or if that was wood. I may have didn't blister it. I think it's wood. I may have didn't. I may have didn't ever learn to talk much either. Okay, that's good enough. Now we can move on to our next step. Guys, we're going to take, let's put the top on that. Maybe that's what I did the other day is I didn't put the top on it and it dried out. I don't know. Okay, we're going to take just a little bit of white. And put it right here. Don't need but a little. Oh, I forgot this white's that don't want to come out either. I think it's all dried out. And that's the only bad thing. I love having these where we can squirt it out. But guys, it'll, more especially this chalk paint, it will dry up there in the top. So if y'all decide to do it, just remember that it will dry up out in the top. And that little nozzle right there. Chalk paint's really bad about it, even if you keep the lid on it. Okay, now we're going to use a little spouncer. And I know y'all know where I'm going now. We're just going to make us some little circles on it. Just on the front. We're not going to try to do the whole thing. Just on the front. And it's okay if it doesn't, because these are shims. It's okay if it doesn't color the whole thing. We just want a few, not many, just about like that, as a matter of fact. Just a few. And you see what I do when I don't just push mine down, watch. I just put it down and then I turn it about halfway. To me, that seems to work a lot better. Okay. I may put us one more right in here. That's good enough. Now, see? Isn't that cute? I love the white on them. Now, what we're going to do, and another reason for my string, is it's going to give something. I've got an end on it. See, it's just where I just pulled it straight off. But all we're going to do, guys, is cut it off right below the last part of the leaves. See? That way we can hot glue it to the string. And then that gives it some extra stability to stay there. That way it'll also kind of be gluing to itself. See, like we got it right here. We can just set it right there and glue it to that string. Don't burn yourself, but glue it to the string. And once we get them all in there, once we get all three, I'm going to put 3 on each one of them. Once we get them in there, see, then we'll kind of be able to glue them to their self. Glue them to each other, I mean. Trying to determine what's my front and what's my back. And this time I'm going to kind of glue it, because I've only got 3, so I'm going to glue it kind of to the side. And see, as we start gluing them, they start staying. See? Now we'll glue one more. We're just cutting off that big old part. Now we'll glue this one over to this other side. Then we'll just kind of hold them till they dry good to each other. And you do have to hold them because they're not going to stay there. That hot glue kind of melts these. I'm going to put some on it so you can see. Y'all probably done it, but I'll put some on it just so you can see. It kind of melts this little plasticky stuff that this is made out of. So you when you're using it, you're going to have to hold it. Just don't burn yourself. It was already dry. It didn't burn me, but it could have. Okay, see? Got one carrot. Now, he's not standing up there good like I want him. So all we've got to do to make them stand like you want them, put your little hot glue down inside there and let it kind of sink down. Then hold them together and make sure your string is still coming out here in the middle. See? And just kind of hold them together. And then they'll stay, and then that'll be your top. But let me show you right quick, like those that you don't, those of you maybe that don't know, I want to show you how this melts it so quick. I can put this under here, and that'll hold it up. There. Let me show you. Let's just see, I'm just taking one of the little leaf sets off. And I can even leave that on, but it'll be easier if I take it off and you can see what I'm talking about. See, this is so hot that when you put it on there, it starts, how can I show you? Okay, like right here. See how it just bends because it's melted. See, it just bends. That little piece. See how it's bent? Because it melts. So if you do use them and you use hot glue, just keep in mind that it's going to melt a little bit. So you got to hold a little extra to kind of let that plastic quit melting, really. See, like now that it's quit melting, see it's sitting up and standing up like it's supposed to. See, so we've got our first carrot. There's the front of him. Now let's do the next ones. And I didn't have 3, so I'm going to have to use him anyway. So I'm glad he's already there and already got hot glue on him. So let's stick him right there. Thought I had 3 each for bad counting, I guess. But just make sure that before you know, try to go any further, that you have your stuff and let it have time to quit melting. Because it will melt. Because this hot glue is just so hot. And all that is just a little bit of plastic. A little bit of plastic. Just make sure that you keep your hanger string up high. Okay, our last one, then we'll go to the next step. Oops. I'm gonna push this up under there to kind of hold it a little while. And let's go ahead and kind of glue it together. And that'll also melt it when I do that too. So you got to leave it time to set. Okay, let's move to our next step. Now I've got a big ribbon because I wanted a contrast, and this is, I love it. I know it's big, guys. I know it's a big ribbon. Try to make sure I don't have any orange that's going to come off on it. But I love this, and all we're going to do, and it will unravel. That's why we're not going to make like an over or abundant bow or whatever. All we're going to make is the breast cancer awareness bow again, and we're just going to do one kind of smallish type bow. Because it'll kind of ravel. This is one of those really, really, really kind of well made. Let's see how thick it is and all. But this part back here will kind of ravel. I'll just go ahead and tell you. So let's just get our ribbon made, and then let's go ahead and what we're going to do is just kind of hot glue these ends. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm doing them at an angle. Just like that, just an angle. Then we're going to lightly light glue it. I said light glue again. Lightly hot glue it. Just to hold that. Now, if you had, of course, this don't feel like nylon, so I don't know that it would work if you had a lighter. You could fuse it together, but it doesn't really feel like nylon. It doesn't. So we're just going to lightly hot glue it on the edges so that doesn't keep unraveling. Let's do the same to this one. Let's see how we got it. See, I'm paying attention to where I come from the inside up. So I've got to go from the inside up on this one. Okay, let's lightly hot glue this one. And it is very coming undone a whole lot. But we're gonna just stick it down. I'm really not sure what you'd do to it to keep it from doing that. I'm gonna have to work with this ribbon. We're still gonna use it tonight, but I'm gonna have to work with it and figure out what we can do to that. Okay, now all we're gonna do is our breast cancer awareness ribbon. Like I said, we're gonna have a little one. So we're just gonna gather it right there, bring it to the middle, and gather it again. Then we need us just a little bit of string. We'll tie it, and then when you turn it over here to tie it, guys, that's when you need to check and make sure that you kind of got the same amount of ribbon on both sides. Just tie a knot in it. Cut it off. Then you just kind of straighten it out. Straighten out your edges, your bow part. Now this, see how this was when I first turned it over, it's kind of like this, and you're like, uh-oh, it's a mess. But it's not. You just need to pull out your loop. See? Just like that. Just pull your loop out. And I just pulled that loop a little bit. That's okay. And just work with it. Get all your edges turned under. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we'll take our 2 carrots. Make sure they're to the front. But see how I'm going to do them? I'm going to keep them like that. So I'm going to take my ribbon. And I'm going to hot glue it right up here. But I'm leaving me a hanger that's going to be up above my ribbon. Did you see what I did? I took the 2, laid them side by side, and put the ropes together. But then I'm going to hot glue it right here where it all kind of meets at. Okay? So all we need to do is hot glue, and make sure you get the hot glue on all the rope. And then we're literally just going to stick the ribbon right on it. We're just going to hold it. Just make sure you don't put your finger in it. See how we're holding it? Just make sure you don't put your finger in it. It'd be kind of bad. And you can use any ribbon. I just wanted this contrast with the kind of beige and black. Guys, let me just tell you this little secret. Anytime you're doing crafts, any season, stick some black and white in there, or like cream and black. That just gives you, like even when you're making a bow, stick just one thing, like 2 loops and 2 tails in there with black and white. It just gives it a contrast, and it kind of elevates it. So use your black and white. Don't be scared to use it, even though it's maybe like spring is a fairly pretty colored time. This is not drying real fast, but I'm going to hold it up. I think it'll stick long enough to hold it up. And whenever you hang it, now you're going to have to make sure, or you can glue them together. Whoops, it wasn't ready to turn loose. I was thinking it was, but it wasn't. But that's okay. All we got to do is go back and hold it and let it get ready to turn loose. I'll hold it like this. But you can, like if you're going to hang them up, you could hang them, you could like right in here, just right where my finger's at, where the top meets, you could hot glue just that top. Come on, turn. But I wouldn't, just simply for when you hang them, they're going to be laying up beside something, and see how it stays apart when you hang them. But you could hot glue them like right here at the top, just so that they'll both stay turned to their, if you put dots on them like I did. If you didn't, don't worry about it. Let them just turn any which way they want to. Just make sure that your hot glue is good to hold it. But anyhow, there you go, guys. That's it for tonight. Our March Madness is going on. Y'all remember? Y'all follow us. If you want to text, we'll send text out 229-280-2223. You can text us and just say the word live, and we'll send you a text message when we're going live. We're going to go live a lot in March. It's March Madness. We're just going to go live a lot. We want to give back to you guys. Want to serve you. And we want y'all to get to know us better. That's why we're going to be, look, there's going to be cooking. There's going to be crafts. There's going to be Jesus, of course. There'll be songs, just like we always have. There'll be painting. There'll be things there won't be a whole lot at the office, because once we get it all painted and everything moved in, we will come live when we're moving it in, because I think y'all would like to see it set up. But, we won't go live up there all the time showing the office. Now, I might do a live up there or some of the rest, but it'll be something different, okay? We'll be going live at Dusty's house, doing demolition and doing rebuilding when she gets the money to, buy the pieces for us to rebuild. But we're just going to have a lot going on, and we want y'all to be a part of it. We want y'all to come along with us and enjoy our crazy life, our crazy journey. We stay busy. I said I was going to go every other day on Instagram, so I'm going to have to go 2 days in a row on Instagram to make up to them, because I didn't realize we were going to get home so late tonight. But I had planned, you know, to go live over there like I do sometime and then come live over here. But we didn't get home in time. So I will get that done, though. But here again is our carrots. And y'all make you some shim carrots. See? Aren't they cute? They're so cute and so different. So different. But see, okay, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and do it right here, just to show you what I would do. You just put you some hot glue right here, right along the edge, the very edge. And then you get it right to where it's going to hold. Make sure your rope is tight. And you would hot glue it. Hold it till it dries, of course. Thank y'all so much for sprinkling. Thank y'all for being here. Those of you that maybe don't watch live devotion, we have live devotion every morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's always good. Let's see if that's dry enough. Now we can see it. And see, that way it'll make it hold. See? And that would be good, because then, you know, you'll always be able to see the front of your carrot. But that's it, guys. I love you. Y'all make you some carrots. And we'll see y'all tomorrow for some more crazy journey. Hey, me and Bo and Blue's going to get our hair cut tomorrow. I don't want a whole lot much more shorter. I still am learning this short hair. I don't know about it. I don't know about it. I'm not a short-haired person. So, we're going to see. Y'all, I know this sounds crazy, but I don't know if any of y'all remember Night Court. I never really watched Night Court. I remember there was a bald-headed man, and then there was Marky Post. I don't even hardly remember anybody else that was on there. But Marky Post's hair was kind of like in a mullet back then. Like it was short on the sides, but then it was longer in the back. And that's really kind of what I want. And Sonny said, well, Mama, that's out of style. I said, when have I ever been in style? It doesn't matter. So that might be what I start going toward. It's still way too short right now to do that, but we'll see. We'll see. But Jeff did tell Bo that he's got to have his cut or permed or something so it's shorter like that, because me and Jeff both is old school. We don't like long hair on boys. But anyhow, I've been trying to keep Mammy's mouth hushed. So it's life, you know. But anyhow, we want y'all this month to join us in our March Madness and just learn us. And you know, through us reading the comments and stuff, we'll learn y'all. I did tell them this morning on devotion, guys, if y'all want to see us and try to not miss it, if you're not on our text message, you have to comment on our videos and send like emojis. And then that way Facebook will say, well, I guess they're really interested in them. So they'll tell you more when we go live. Because if you don't comment on somebody, eventually you're going to quit seeing their stuff. Because that's just the way Facebook works. So if you are interested in us, and we hope y'all are, just comment. Maybe Facebook will tell you when we go live. So, anyhow, that's it for tonight, guys. And I'll see y'all, the ones that want to come, I'll see you in the morning. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? I love you guys. Y'all make you some shim carrots now. There we go, right there. They're beautiful. All right, guys, love you. Bye.